Yes, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Today has been a crazy roller coaster of things that have happened. First things first, we heard Edu is leaving the club, and then we get a club statement that Edu has resigned from the club. Also, Arsenal have just dropped in three successive games. Arsenal have dropped 9 points, and now everyone is saying we're out of the title race. We have to discuss this. And then to make matters worse, we are going away to the San Siro to face Inter Milan in what is a mammoth of a game. And I'm gonna have Judge Mo in the building very soon. I'm gonna have Saad in the building very soon. We're about to go crack and talk about this because it's a lot to discuss, ladies and gentlemen, as today is going to be a very interesting day. But talk to me, souls. How you feeling?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Alhamdulillah. I am telling you, I am so happy. I am over the moon. I can't believe finally, the guy cooked himself. I told you this project only goes bang when this motherfucker leaves the club. I am so glad. I am so glad. First piece of the puzzle done. First piece of the puzzle gone. Oh, you don't believe it, bro. When I heard that news in the morning, I was like, today is a good day. Bro, anything can
Today's a
happen.
good day.
No, today is a blessed day. This is this is Eid 2.0. This is a non-impromptu Eid, fam. This is brilliant. I am so gassed. Fine. You know what? We're now gonna become a winning club. I am glad. I'm so happy. I'm gassed. I don't want to do too much because I know you're gonna have a whole segment on it, but I'm gassed, man. I'm so happy.
No, let's
This,
talk about it now.
this is iftar on that
Oh,
first day of Ramadan. You know, the first day of Ramadan
yep,
where
we've been starving.
where you've been fasting all day, bro, and then all of a sudden you eat that. You take that first sip of water. You eat the tamar. You know what I mean? The date. Ah, alhamdulillah, it's done. Ready to feast. By the way, am I lagging? I need to fix my internet.
Now you're
But
good. You're
big up
good.
to everybody, man. Big up to
I,
everybody, man.
I was
We're here,
shocked that
man.
he resigned, guys. Do you know that I didn't know there was a power struggle. Do you think that affected our transfer window?
I mean, look, when there's too many cooks in the kitchen, yes, there can be a bit of a a power struggle, or what direction do you want to move in, and that definitely plays a factor. But what I do want to say is the amount of failed transfers, the amount of failed outgoings this guy's had. I just, what it is. I feel like we do need someone now of a better caliber. Edu's got us as far as he could, and thank you for all you've done. But the problem was always when you have a rookie manager and you have a rookie director of football, there was always going to be a problem. You can't have both. If you want to go down the route of having this young rookie on like inexperienced to some degree, whether he had 1 or 2 years of experience, you then can't have a director of football who's also inexperienced. So one
Mm.
had to go. Which one it was doesn't matter. But for me, Edu was always the problem. The amount of times we've been the guy got aired by Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic. This guy is a nobody. But man got aired by him. At Florentina, brother, have shame. Have shut him. Have some, like some shame to you, bro. Like, but you know what? Now we'll see. Because if Arteta now fails, like given this window or whatever happens, whoever comes in, he gotta go too, fam. Because
All
now
right.
what?
1 second before we talk about Arteta, let's just talk about some of these things. So first thing, Edu is leaving the club. It was unclear the decision. It kind of shocked the hierarchy. It came in the last 24 hours. Also, reports came out that there's a reshuffle of responsibilities, and Arsenal's hierarchy is a key position and is too uh, specified to suggest that there was a power struggle at this moment in time. Uh, there has been a power struggle at this moment in time. So Edu has had a power struggle, and then this is where it gets even more interesting. Edu Edu obviously wanted a position becoming increasingly Edu's position became increasingly uncomfortable, and then he decided to leave the club. Decision has not been taken lightly by Arsenal either. Then you go even further. Apparently, this is what's weird. I tweeted about this and everyone flipped it as in it was a positive. Arteta seems to be the most powerful manager in the Premier League right now because Arteta is not only going to be able to help decide what players we sign, he's going to be part of a major part in who Arsenal's replacement for Edu is. All major decisions at the club will go down with the football leadership team, which includes Arteta and Richard Garlick and Tim Lewis. My question to you guys is, why is Arteta even part of the decision making in the replacement for Edu? That is a weird thing to talk about right there. And then also now we know where Edu's ended up. He's going to be going to work with the owner of Nottingham Forest, Olympiacos, and Rio Ave. He's going to be one of the main men over there, and he's going to be part of a multi-club system. He's tripled or doubled his wages, as reported off the back of this, and he had ambitions to become a CEO. He was never going to get the CEO position at Arsenal. He now seems to be in line to potentially be getting it over there with the Marquinhos group, right? And then finally, the final little pieces to the puzzle is Edu's power behind the scenes at Arsenal was starting to diminish or dilute. Basically, he was starting to lose influence and power, with Tim Lewis growing influence, Richard Garlick assuming more control as he was promoted this year. So he's starting to lose power, and Tim Lewis and Richard Garlick seem to be gaining more power, which helped lead to him ending up leaving. And my question to you guys is, do we now wish him all the best? What are you guys saying? Or are you guys saying good riddance?
Wish him the best wish him the best is crazy. Listen, this guy is the definition of incompetence. I've been on his neck for a while, and I've had enough of this guy. This came as great news to me. I saw it and I started screaming because I was gassed. Like, you don't understand. Like, you know, when you're at work and you're sitting in the office, bro, and you just randomly start screaming, people asking what's going on. And I'm like, bro, listen, I just got the best news. Yeah. People thought that that I just freaking done a madness, bro. Do you know what I mean? That I just got some sort of freaking win or something. But listen, I won today, man. I won. Today is a special day because Edu for me has the guy who's held us back. Edu for me is the guy that every time we've gone into the window, every time we've gone in, he can't be in those big rooms and get those big deals done. He's taken way too long with big deals. When other clubs, you see it, it's like in straight away, get the job done, out. It's very quick, and they're able to get deals over the line that are big very quickly within a couple of days, maybe a week at most. This guy is sitting here and taking how long with Mikel Merino? How long did he take? About a month, month and a half on Mikel Merino, and then at the end, and then at the end, he brings me Raheem Sterling. I mean, this transfer window, the last one, is literally, this was the nail in his coffin. Of course, he didn't get sacked. Because, and that gives me worrying signs about the board that they didn't sack him, that he's left on his own accord. So that's definitely something we need to talk about. But I'm happy he's gone. I hope that listen, I don't have hate for him as a person, but in his job, incompetent as hell, bro. And we need to go now, and we need to get a director of football that's actually got power, somebody who can stand in the room with these big clubs and say, listen, I'm taking the player, I want to pay this, we want to do this, we want to do that, and then that's it, bro. We need someone with balls. That's what we need right now.
Before we finish off the Edu section, let me just say, guys, do please like the video right now. We have 225 of you guys in the chat. Please do like the video. It's absolutely free. It helps the channel out massively. And also go check out Saad Football Corner and, of course, Footy Judge Mo. By the way, Mo, I don't think I've had you on the channel since you started your channel. So big up, bro. Your channel's been growing massively, man. You've been doing a lot of work also. Oh, you can't hear me?
I can. It's just my
mic
not as connected.
Okay.
I need to figure something out.
No worries. Take your time as we still speak about the Edu situation. Guys, Edu is gone. Arsenal fans immediately jump to his transfer business. So let's talk about his transfer business before we go any further into talking about replacements. This is the business he's done. And I'm just going to ask you guys, hit, miss, or too soon? Raheem Sterling.
Too soon.
Miss.
But no, I'd say it's too soon.
Matt Ryan.
I'm going to say, you know what? Because it's a loan, I'll say whatever. Don't care.
Cedric.
Massive miss.
Miss.
Massive.
Miss.
William.
Miss.
I mean, seismic.
Massive miss. By the way, for me, Neto too soon, Raheem Sterling too soon, Matt Ryan hit, Cedric miss, Willian miss, Declan Rice massive hit so far. Kai Havertz, I would say massive hit also.
Personally, I like Kai Havertz, but
So, I mean, Saad,
I'm gonna listen for Declan Rice and Kai Havertz. I'm gonna say they're hits. I'm not gonna say they're misses.
Ben
My
White. I
all
can't
right,
believe this guy put Ben White as a miss.
what I want to do, right? I want to talk on these because it wasn't Edu who got them done. It took Josh Kroenke to fly over to the Emirates, and within 2 weeks of him being here, he got the signings of Ben White, Tomiyasu, Ramsdale, and I can't remember who the other name was.
Odegaard.
Yeah, all of them got done in the 2 weeks he was here. Prior to that, as you know, we've been saying, the man dilly-dallies too much, man. The guy, he wasn't an executioner. He needed other people to hold his hand and get these signings done. So it's not his
Bro.
signings.
This is wild though. Ben White has been a hit. Jesus, you can call him a miss. Thomas Partey's definitely been a hit.
You know what it is? Jesus is a miss now, but he's a hit when we bought him.
Okay, so
If that makes
overall,
sense.
he's a miss though now.
All right.
Well, now because we moved on. That's the reason.
What are you saying, Mo?
You guys can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay, sound is good. Everything is good. Sorry.
Everything's blessed, bro.
Recording, I got-
Wallahi, we could hear you before, Akhi. Wallahi.
It's different mic, huh? It's just I'm trying to
you
get
sound-
Igal
you
the
Now you
best
sound,
output.
now
radio
you
voice.
sound, now you sound extra quality, high quality.
I
Tell
sound
us-
like a real
us-
podcaster.
give
man,
us
huh?
give us a
That's
sentence.
Jamal,
Give
he's
us a
not a
sentence.
Oh
small
my
time.
God,
He's
bro,
not a
I'm
small time
trying
quality
to,
save, starter pack.
Man went from the
I'm
squeaky
trying
voice
to give
the deep
Igal
voice.
the best content out here, bro.
I
The
love
best
that.
mic, the best output, bro.
Let's
love
get
that.
it.
Some
But
shame,
guys,
you
quickly,
fraud.
let's try to finish this segment so we can talk about the other stuff also. Fabio Vieira, miss.
But right now, yeah, he's a miss.
Zinchenko, miss.
Miss.
Nah,
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
an
say
absolute
Zinchenko.
hit. This
Zinchenko's a
is
hit.
what people done. I'm sorry, with all due respect to everyone that says that Alexander Zinchenko. Maybe
hit.
I'll give you Gabriel Jesus. Zinchenko, for the price you pay. Remember, that season you signed Alexander Zinchenko, you were fifth. You bottled top four. Zinchenko comes in.
It was
Jesus comes in. They change the way you play, and it makes you right away. Do you remember that?
So-
50 points that you guys in the first 19 games, you got 50 points. People, it's Zinchenko's a miss. No, maybe Zinchenko was good for that phase. And I think it's worth the 40 million pounds you pay. That's what people don't understand. Right?
He's
Maybe he
definitely-
has
So
been
how
a
about
miss
this?
lately,
You know what?
right?
Gabriel
He's a hit.
Jesus.
People don't understand this. He had very, very good in the beginning of the season in terms of the inverting. He changed the way you play. He made you go from fifth. It's not only by himself, but from fifth to second. That account, too many aspects there. One of them is signing a winner like Zinchenko from Man City that inverts, that changed the way you play. Before that, you had Nuno Tavares, my friend, and
All right, all
Kieran
right.
Tierney.
So would you also say Ramsdale's a hit then?
100% a hit.
Yes.
100%. What are people
Well,
talking
just
about?
'cause what
You
you need to
literally sold Ramsdale for 25 million pounds after shifting him to the bench. That speaks volume of how the improvements that Arteta and his team took this goalkeeper from relegation. Was it Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken, at that time?
Yeah.
Bournemouth to a title contending goalkeeper that people at that season, bro, people were asking for him to
He's
start ahead
goalkeeper
of
of the
Pickford
year.
in the England national team.
Yeah.
So people just don't people talk about it today, right?
Yeah.
But you have to speak about it when you made that signing.
In the
What happened this
situation, yeah.
season?
Yeah. That's why
Okay.
Zinchenko, that's why Ramsdale
But
worked.
that's
Like, yeah,
why this list is definitely full of agendas because he has Trossard as a miss, which is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, of course.
yeah.
Who's this list?
Do you know what it is?
Who made
Kiwior
this
isn't-
list?
Yeah, which idiot did it?
some-
I don't know who made this list, but it's
But I wanna-
hella
can
funny.
Why
know
are we
if I-
talking about
can I-
someone else? Why not talking
Yeah.
about Igal's list?
No,
Yeah,
that's
can
why
I-
I'm
We're
using this
saying
as
it
a reference
now,
point.
Habibi.
No,
We're
that's
saying
saying
it
I'm using it as a
Can I-
reference.
Fuck is this
No,
content,
Igal, can
bro?
I know so I can block the person because I can't be asked with these sort of idiots.
Who?
Who?
posted it? Well,
Who's that?
Also, Jakub Kiwior isn't a miss.
Jakub Kiwior isn't a miss. Tomiyasu isn't a miss.
Because what you need to
Okay,
understand,
Jakub
right,
Kiwior is a miss, without a
He's
shadow of a
not.
doubt.
no.
100% a miss.
I'll tell you why. Because when
ahead.
you look at Kiwior's role within the club, why we signed him, he wasn't signed to be a starter. He's like a third choice. He's like a squad option. So for me, when he comes in, he does a job. He's performed every time we've asked him to just come on. He has performed.
Nah.
Oh, yeah,
When he signed, he was the backup.
All right.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
about
and
this?
he's a good backup. He's
Is
solid.
he?
Kivior's
No.
a
What are you
Kivior's a
talking
hit.
about?
He's a
Kivior's
solid
a
backup.
hit. Then Tomiyasu
Solid
a hit.
backup. Oh, no, Solskjaer, you're really waffling.
No,
Yeah,
he's
come-
a
yeah,
I was
come-
Kivior as a solid backup.
no, he's a
Idiot.
brilliant backup.
You bought someone that time. Okay, Sols, you bought someone that time, right? To be the backup for Gabriel and Saliba. Did it work, or did he?
No, it
did
did
he
not work.
get demoted to be the 7th choice center back or fullback?
You know what? I
No,
blame
he's a
Arteta.
squad option. He's
Arteta
always been
did
a
not
squad
trust-
option.
Arteta did not trust Kivior, even though he signed him in January.
Thank you. Talk
He
about
does.
it.
He does trust him.
Is
He plays a lot.
Tomiyasu a miss because of his injury record?
Yes. Just because of
This
the
guy,
injury.
bro, is the biggest. I think this guy's the biggest miss in this whole Arsenal 3-season title thing.
Just because of the injuries. Yeah.
Bro, but I don't care. Okay. See, from outside, I don't care, bro. I had Arsenal fans telling me Tomiyasu is this, Tomiyasu. I went and checked, bro. Bro played 600 minutes in the Premier League in the season before, bro. Bro, the guy is not part of Arsenal, bro. He should be sold. Khalas, it's done. It's over,
worse
bro.
than
When he's
Partey.
fit, he's good, bro. But
He's worse than Partey.
Exactly. When he's fit, is good. Gabriel Jesus, when he's fit, is good.
I'm not
availability
even
is the
going to
best
talk
ability.
about
Bro.
Lokonga.
And he's not even though, by the way, Arsenal fans, he's not that good, guys. He's all right. As a football player, Tomiyasu is just average footballer.
No, but you know what it is? When he plays, he's reliable. It's just he's not injured. He's
But he's
okay.
Word
not
reliable,
reliable, yeah.
Arteta. This word reliable, bro. What's his name? All the guy Ethan Pinnock is reliable, bro. Just who cares about reliability, bro?
Okay, yeah. Ethan Pinnock is good. Look,
It's crazy.
talking
reliable.
about the rest, let me just be fair. Austin Trusty, we flipped him, so that's a
Yeah, you never
good
signed
sign.
him.
You know, guys, I don't know how that guy looks.
Wallah, he plays.
Wallahi, I don't know how he looks.
He plays for
Listen, I
Sheffield
watch every
United.
Arsenal game for the last 6-7 years. I don't know how that guy looks. I
He
can't
never
remember
played
his
for us.
face.
We signed him from America.
Exactly.
No. The rest of that list, other than Jorginho, are misses. Let's just move on.
Okay, so Runnerson, miss.
Who's that, bro?
Marquinhos,
Who's
miss.
Randerson,
Matt
bro?
Turner is actually not a miss because we made 5 million profit.
No, that's not a point to make.
Randerson.
Yeah.
Pablo Mari
Turner's a
miss.
miss.
Nuno
Pablo
Tavares right now is the best player in the Serie A.
Mo, you
What the hell?
piece of shit. Mo, you
But he's
are
a miss
piece
though.
of
He's
shit.
not. He's a miss.
Bro,
Let's just
what
move on
the
here.
fuck are you doing?
Jorginho's a hit, and the
Bro,
rest
why
of
is
them.
Nuno Tavares doing so well in the Serie A?
Because he
Bro,
suits the City. He's not a Premier League
Brother,
player.
he's gone, by the way.
He's a
gone,
wing back.
that's it. Just
He's a
forget about
five-
Nuno Tavares, by the
Yeah.
way. He's
No,
gone.
He's a wing
won't
back
sell
and
it.
not a full back. There's a difference. That's why.
All right. Finally, is Jorginho a miss?
No, he's a hit. Now, can we move on?
Sad.
I think Jorginho is a hit, bro. He came in and filled what he needed to do, which was bring experience to the squad. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing more, nothing less. I don't think he was a world class.
Finally, are we a better team today with Edu leaving, or do you think it doesn't really affect us?
What's that? What was the question?
Are we better, worse, or doesn't really change with Edu leaving today?
Well, I mean, it depends.
From where we
who the-
started.
It
From
depends.
this
who the-
morning when you woke up till now, with Edu resigning, is Arsenal in a worse situation, the same situation, or
Better.
or-
No, we're,
better
well, we're in
situation.
a better situation, but it's still the unknown. We need to know who comes in or who's going to be doing the role.
yeah.
That's
I
going
want
to
to
be
I
a
say
think-
something
I
before
think-
anybody.
That's important.
Call
How
me
do we have
crazy.
300, Egal? How do we have 300 people and we're in 40 likes, bro? Wallahi, guys, you are absolute frauds. Guys,
Do it
you guys
now.
don't understand. YouTube works by algorithms. You need to like the video. It's not your approval. You might hate the video. You might dislike the video. It doesn't matter. Just hit a button. Maybe dislike the video or like the video. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. It's not your approval. Hit that like button, people. Let's get Egal to 200 likes now. Come on now. It's
Big
free. It
amount.
doesn't cost you a penny, bro.
Big Amo. Well, you guys need to remember, you hit that like button, it's as good as giving a super chat almost. Because it helps the
Well,
channel
no,
out
not that good, but fine.
I'm just
So
saying.
it's okay.
There you
It's okay.
There you are. There.
Yeah, you can always give a super chat also. But guys, do me a favor, please do hit that like button. I'm gonna say something and you guys are gonna be kind of weird by this. I think today with Edu resigning, it caused a little bit of disruption.
No,
It
it
caused
doesn't.
disruption in our window. It caused disruption behind the
Yes.
scenes.
No.
And one
Absolutely.
thing we've had the last couple
Okay,
of
so
years.
Miguel, can I ask you a
Sounds-
question? We're a badly run club then?
You think so?
If Edu leaving causes us to have a disruption, we're badly run.
No, that's not true. Any sporting
It's true.
director, when they leave, okay,
No.
any sporting director, okay, Souls, in any company, when the big boss leaves, the big manager, people around him, they know how he works, they know his approach in the market, they know how he talks, they know how he runs things. So they will, even if you disagree with him and his approach to the club, it just normally, it will take time for the new guy. If your new guy, the guy that come in, might fire people, might need his own crew around him. That's how it works in business. And a sporting director at the end is a business job. Listen, for this whole thing about Edu's bad. Listen, I'm not like with the Arsenal in the back room and everything, but Edu with Arteta built this team to this level. I'm not gonna discredit him because you guys don't like him, to be honest. Did he get?
How about not
Is
liking
he-
him? He's just not good.
What do you mean not good?
He's just not good.
Where this team is now and where it could have been,
Yeah.
is
I think we
Maybe, you're
discredit
right.
Edu's
You're
his
right.
job.
we
We discredit
Why?
Edu's role in getting this team to this level.
What
the
was that,
thing is,
Yigal?
Edu. Oh yeah.
What did you say, Yigal? Sorry.
We slightly discredit Edu's role in improving the team also.
Yeah, but we would have won the title if it wasn't for his incompetence.
But
Let's
we
not
might
do
not
that.
have been in the title race
Why
if
is it
wasn't
on
for
him, not on the Cronkies then?
Because he can't get because the Cronkies have
The
always made
Cronkies
the
gave
money.
money.
Actually, Josh Kroenke made a lot of this happen. Josh Kroenke flew to the Emirates to get signings done. Because Edu can't do them. Edu couldn't get Ben White done. Edu couldn't get Ramsdale done. Edu couldn't
In
get
one summer,
Tommy Asu
he
done.
done all of those in 1 week. In 1 week, Josh Kroenke
'cause his
came
man
and then got
couldn't
all of those
do.
deals over the line.
He
I'm
was
telling
like,
you right
"What's
now,
going on? I gave
Mo,
you the money.
if-
You're not doing nothing. What you doing?"
if Edu was Mo, if Edu was at Inter, I promise you, you'd be screaming. If he left now,
We have the best sporting
Screaming.
director in the world.
okay, that's fine. But regardless,
If
I'm
Edu
saying
had, if you had Edu,
if you
trust
were in
me,
our
you'd be like,
situation,
get this.
you'd want him gone at your club because of the way he handles situations. He made the Declan Rice transfer way harder than it needed to be. Way harder. And then on top of that, he ended up getting fleeced because we had to pay 3 installments, bro. Three
You know what?
installments.
I'm just gonna end this off by saying, whoever we bring in, hopefully we can get better from here. Yo, big up my guy, all the way in Australia. What lies? You man complaining about free signings. LOL. What?
Nick,
I don't know.
CNN Australia, Nick. I don't know what that means. What lies?
He's
Think
talking
this is-
about the fact that we're complaining about some of the players on the list that were free transfers, like
But
Cedric.
if they're misses, and it is what it is. Like,
Cedric is still a flop, even though he's a free transfer.
It
Anyways,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're sorry, Gal. It doesn't matter if they're a free transfer because you can have free transfers and then you get left in a situation where they say, "Well, we bought in players. They may have been free, but we bought in players to rejuvenate the squad." Doesn't matter whether they're free or not.
I actually always like the free signings. I can, like, to be honest, dislike them. Alexis Sanchez for Inter was a free signing in the second stint. Raheem Sterling for Arsenal is a free signing. It's a horrific signing for Arsenal. Like some free signings are not good because they take a place in the squad. Oh, I have a 25-man squad. 5 of them are free, but they're shit, but they're taking a place in the squad. Okay, well, what is that? Is that good, Yanni, for the team? It's not good.
bring back Thierry Henry.
Oh, yeah, akhi,
All
it is
right,
Thierry
let's-
Henry, yeah.
Yeah, no, but William, for example, he was a free signing. He was a flop because we paid him so much wages. But let's wrap up this section, guys. We have 270 of you guys. We haven't even hit 100 likes yet. Please do hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. And we're now going to get into the nooks and crannies, the main topic. Everyone is melting down. Mo, as a rival, looking from the outside in.
I'm not a rival.
Sorry, not a rival. As an outsider looking in. As an outsider looking in, right? As an outsider looking in, do you view this meltdown as valid? And also,
Yes.
do you think Arsenal's title race is over?
Almost. Okay, let me expand. Almost over. In a team like Arsenal needed one thing out of this season in the beginning, a continuation. A team that loses the title in the last day of the season or the last like 2 games, especially with a good form like what you had, all you needed is a continuation of that end of the season because you lost. You know what I mean? Because you lost the title, which is what Liverpool did before. What you did is that instead of having a continuation, Arteta started questioning himself. And I think it started with the Aston Villa game. It started with that game, the Aston Villa game, where you won the game 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. He started questioning his tactics. He started questioning his defense. He started questioning everything. That's why he keeps changing. Circumstances, not circumstances. You don't have a set way of playing football. And I said that is a cup team. That's why I said Arsenal are more suited to win a Champions League. Why? Because you adapt to other teams. You adapt to oppositions. You can defend in phases right in the game and you can attack. Last season, in the last 16 games, you literally look like a Man City last season in the last 16, 18 games. It's a machine. You start the game from minute 1 to the last minute, you're dominating the team. Your authority is stamped on the ground. It's your game and the opposition is playing in it. Now, some games you watch, it's Arsenal, it's the opposition's game and you are adapting to it. That's not a team that win the title. So I have no evidence at the current moment to say that Arsenal will turn it around. If you go to Chelsea and you don't win and Liverpool win, you're out of the title race completely. It will be, your chances basically is 5% or less. It will have to have a calamity from Man City or Liverpool for you to win the title. Because at that time, you really have only 9 points to lose for the last 27 games to get to 90 points, which we think 90 plus points is what is going to win the title. And I said that last season, in the beginning of the season, you were boring, controlling football, but at the end, you were racking up the points. On the board, at the end, you were racking up the points. Points were coming in. Boring Arsenal, controlling Arsenal. Remember, slow Arsenal, but the points are coming in. Now, 10 games in, you drop one in 5 of them. That's 50% of the games. You tell me red cards, not red cards. There are games that you should have won with 10 men. Brighton at home. If my team is going for the title against a team like Manchester City and I'm 1-0 up against a Brighton team, it doesn't matter how good Brighton are. At home, I need to win the game. And I'm 1-0 up already. Man City, I want to give you that. Bournemouth, even before the red card, you weren't the better team on the pitch. You weren't. And also the lack of creativity is there. You weren't the better team on the pitch. You started the game in 10 minutes good. 20 minutes until the red cards, Bournemouth were passing the ball around rondos around you from the back line to the midfield. Remember, Semenyo had a day on that left side on Bournemouth on that game, even before the red card. And I'm like, why is Arteta so cautious here? Saad actually said that on Al-Ahwa yesterday. He said, I don't know why this guy suddenly started questioning the team and being very cautious. What happened? Don't tell me it's Odegaard, bro. It's not Odegaard, because if it's Odegaard, it's more of a disaster. Looking from outside, I think this might be the start of, I'm not going to say the downfall of this regime. It's just Arteta and all this regime. But also, I think the players are going to start questioning the manager if you lose to Chelsea. The decisions, because
starting to happen right now. I can see slowly but surely the fan base is starting to
that will creep into the players, you know, the DMs, you know, the social media.
Yeah.
People think that players don't check social media. No, they do. No, they do.
Sorry.
Players do check social media. Players do check the people that talk. People know who are the content creators and the media. When they start questioning, oh, is Arteta not good? You think a young player like Martinelli is not going to check social media and know that people are slandering him and criticizing him? Yes, he will. If people are starting to get in Saliba's head about, oh my God, maybe Real Madrid are sniffing around you. If Arsenal don't win the title, don't you think his head is going to be turned? Of course it is. And the Spanish media with the marcas, and these guys are going to press him. You'll see DMs. And these nowadays, everyone is in everyone's social media. So for me, Arteta at the Chelsea game, I'm looking at one thing. It is not only about the result. He needs to go to Stamford Bridge and play a good game. It's not only about one set piece, bro. It's about going to Chelsea and play a good game. A good game. You know what I mean? Just have phases of the game when you're the controlling team. Because otherwise, nobody's going to fear you, bro. You're muted. That's me only.
Chelsea play basketball, bro. At times they let.
That's why he needs to control the game.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a chaotic game, regardless. I think.
No, Chelsea against Man United were not. They were so slow, bro.
No, I mean,
Caicedo and Lavia used to get the
Chelsea
ball and make it slow.
City, Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
It was very back and forth. So I do think we're gonna have a better performance. But I was saying this on Husam's channel, and they were trying to say, "Oh, Yigal, you're not making sense." So let me know. Do you agree? I think 100% we're gonna have a better performance versus Chelsea. One, because we have to. Number one. Number two, because Chelsea's a lot more open, and they're not going to play us the same way Newcastle did, the same way some of these other teams do, and put the onus on us offensively. They're going to try to expand they're going to try to go forward. They're going to send players forward. They're going to be very open at the back. I call Chelsea a slipper. You know those woolly slippers where the front is covered and the back is open? That's how Chelsea are to me. So I don't expect a similar performance to Newcastle, Mo. I don't expect a similar performance to what we've seen against Bournemouth. I expect
It's harder than Newcastle. Let's all talk. It's harder than Newcastle. Do you know why? Chelsea know if they win this game, their trajectory is only up. Newcastle are trying to get results. This is why in the game it was about the roughness. In this game, Chelsea fans, bro, everyone at the Chelsea media know one thing. We beat Arsenal with 3 points ahead of them. Our trajectory is up. Their trajectory is down. That's all they can think of. And the players are going to be fired up. Did you see Lavia and Fofana making fun of Arsenal the other day? Bro, they're fired up, these Chelsea guys.
What?
You didn't see the... Anyway, go watch it on
Where?
Let's All Talk.
So go ahead before I do the super chat.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know, because at the minute, you know, I've got doubts. You know, I've been a stern, you know, Arteta backer for a very long time, but I've said it on a few streams. Obviously, Mo's had my opinions as well. I feel like he's in his own head. You know, he's got this sort of, you know, obsession to make it all about himself, and it's hard to say because look, you know, when you back a process, when you back a manager for so long, and you start to see the signs of, I'm not going to say I was wrong for backing him because he has brought us so far, and there's still an opportunity because there's no point of giving it up now because the title's still on. You know, there's still going to be slip-ups. You know, City's squad in terms of like KDB coming back, obviously Foden coming back as well, Rodri's in you for the entire season. They're going to have slip-ups as well because who knows how fit they're going to be and how long it's going to take them to get up to match pace. But what we need to do is focus on ourselves. And I feel like what we're doing, not just as a fan base, but also as players, as a club and as an institution, is we're looking at Liverpool, we're looking at Man City, looking at their results, and it's affecting us. We need to start becoming champions. We need to think like champions and forget about what other people are doing and focus on ourselves. We need to understand what we need to do on that pitch. You know, we need to start acting like you play our game. We ain't going to play your game. Why is it at 1-0? You know, like a lot of people have said, why does he go reserve? Why isn't he got the balls or the kahunas to go, do you know what, Ethan? You're the guy I trusted. I'm going to play you. If he's got a creativity issue, it's not going to get fixed by Havertz and Trossard. It's going to get fixed by playing a number 10, someone who's naturally played that sort of position before, or you bring in someone who's naturally played in the midfield. So you bring in an Ethan. If that's your guy, bring him in. Like a lot of people are saying, no, we want to ease him in. We want to do this. We want to do that. Why was that decision not made in the summer then? Why was that Odegaard's never going to get injured? Why did we think like that? Why, as a club, are we so failing to prepare that something can happen? Whether it's to Saka, whether it's to Odegaard, whether it's to a Saliba, whether it's to Gabriel, we need to look at situation and go, are the understudies or are the people who are going to come in for that player good enough? Why did we start? Because we had ESR. Look, whether people rate ESR at Fulham and what he's doing, or Fabio Vieira at Porto, I know he's been injured and stuff, but if you're going to get rid of, let's say, senior or more experienced number 10s for an Ethan Nawari because you want to make a pathway to the starting 11 and then your number 10 is injured and you decide, actually, we're not going to play that and I'm going to reshuffle. I've said it on like a few streams and I don't know if I said it on your channel, Igal. What he has done is he's built this house that's perfect. You know, that's the dream. That's like working and operating. It's a fine-tuned machine and said, let's demolish it because I just don't feel it. And it's like, but it's perfect. And that's part of the problem with Arteta right now. He's tinkering too much. He's getting inside his head too much. And I feel like what he wants to do, it's not Arsenal won. It's not the players won. It's we won, but Mikel made us win. That's what he wants the narrative and the media story to be. It can never be Arsenal won the league. It has to be Mikel masterclass wins Arsenal the league after 20 years.
It's the fans. It's the fans. It's the fans.
Potentially, but that's in his head as
it's
well.
It's what happened 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago. And it got, I think it's 2 seasons ago. Everyone is so attached about Arteta needs to. Bro, people say Arteta needs to win. They don't say Arsenal need to win. You seen that?
That's a fair point.
Bro, it's everywhere in the media, bro. Egal sits on freaking every single show and says Arteta needs to win. Sad says that. Babs say this, bro. Everyone. The troops say that. Every single
You
one.
know why though?
Bro.
Because at this moment in time, Arsenal is built in the image of Arteta.
But you aren't winning. It needs to be Arsenal need to win, not Arteta needs to win.
You're right. You're right. But
But
you know
I think
something?
Arteta believes
Because
that as
if
well,
I
that
forget
Arteta's
Arteta or not fucking Arteta, bro, it doesn't matter. As a football club, it has nothing to do with his tenure, bro. If Arteta doesn't win today or doesn't win the season, it's still gonna be Arsenal have not won the league for that many long or a Champions League, bro. This is what Arteta and the fans need to understand. I think there has to be a shift in the way people talk. Arteta's part of the club. It's not Arteta's club. It's going to be a disaster for Arsenal again. It's 2025, 21 years without a league title or a Champions League. That is a long time for a football club not to win. For a football club that consider themselves big. It's not Arteta must win or he goes, okay, what about the club? And I think what Sol's is saying is right because everyone says Arteta has to win. I haven't heard anyone say Arsenal need to win.
You know something? You're right. And I think the super chats perfectly emulate everything you guys are saying. Arteta has to get it right for the rest of the season, or he is losing the fans in the locker room. For me, it's a major trophy or not. You see another example right there. Arteta, not the club. Then you go to this one. Edu's resignation affecting the winter transfers is the question. As a club, Edu leaving should not affect the window transfer, the winter transfers, because we should still have the people in place to get the transfers done. We should have the targets already started. We should know what we are going to do in the window. But you
I
want to
don't
know
think
something?
they know anything, bro.
I don't believe we're going to do anything in the winter.
I don't think they know anything.
Really?
I don't think Arsenal know what they want.
The thing is, they wouldn't, because this they literally even said it in the what's it called, they said it in the reports, bro, that it just got sprung on them. This whole resignation thing happened like 24 hours. So
Yeah, I don't think they know, bro.
there's no planning, there's no nothing. So now we have to go and get somebody.
I read exactly what Saad said in the article, The Athletic, that it was out of a sudden. It wasn't planned. It was Nottingham
24
Forest.
hours.
Nottingham
24
Forest
hours.
offered him a higher job. Nottingham Forest, this is how it went. Forest offered him a higher job. I think he went to the hierarchy, said, is this my ceiling? They said, yes. Okay, I'm taking the bigger job. That's it.
And
So-
and he wasn't going to resign. He was going to stay till the end of the year. Is that true? And then they told
They're
him
probably
leave.
going to let him go sooner because what they don't want to do is allow Edu to know what their plan for the future is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're probably going to let him go.
It's kind of like if you ever worked at a bank. The moment you get hired in a new bank, they walk you out the building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course, 100%. But you can't have the secrets out the way you talk and the
100%.
plans.
So it's going to affect our next couple windows. That's true. As for what he says here, Arteta has the rest of the season. I agree. Arteta has the rest of the season, but he could definitely lose a lot of the fans and some of the players if he continues to lose.
He's definitely
Arsenal
going
in the
Let me
past-
challenge Brian a little bit. So Brian, did you say the same last season? What if Arteta win and still don't win the league or finish 5 points, get the Champions League semi-final or something? So Brian, I have heard this last season. He has the end of the season. What does that even mean?
Look at the last bit, the super chat though, yeah.
For me, the major trophy or out.
Is a
I've
major
heard the same
trophy,
last
right?
season. I've heard the same. It's the same
Okay,
exact
I don't
super
know
chat
about
from last season.
I said
You
No, no, no,
literally said that
No,
last
no, no.
season, you fraud.
Mo,
no, I
you know
didn't.
what a
No,
lot
I
of-
didn't.
No, Mo. A lot of people
I said if he
wanna say-
progresses. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because a lot of people say context. That's the word that they keep using, but it depends on the context at the end of
I
the
use the
season.
same word, yes.
So that's
I use
why.
the same thing. For me, if Arteta fixes up, for example, wins 20 games in the bounce, get to the last day of the season and lose the title, reaches the Champions League semi-final, wins the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup or something like that, do you sack him at this point? Now that we have to assess, are they willing to offer him more money? What is he going to do?
Mo, I am willing to say this. If Arteta, come the end of the year, Liverpool finish above us and they win the league, I'm going to look at Arteta and I'm going to say goodbye.
Yeah,
Because-
100%. No matter how many points, yes, I agree.
Yeah. Forget about if we win the FA Cup, League Cup double. If we lose in the league to Liverpool, or somehow Liverpool go on to win the Champions League, I'm looking at our team and I'm saying we don't have enough. For the last 3 years, we've been in the same position. with the same manager. And I love Arteta. I love this team, but something has to change. And I don't want the change to be Saka, Odegaard, Saliba all to go, because that's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we finish off this segment, everyone agrees the title race is not done. But of course, if we do drop points to Chelsea or Nottingham Forest coming up, you can kiss the title race goodbye, because then that's
It's not
10
even
points
done.
behind Liverpool.
Not even Nottingham Forest, bro. It's Chelsea, or it's done. And might as well just look at.
You want to know
the
something?
rest of
Call
the
me
stuff.
crazy. The Nottingham Forest game is just going to be as tough as Chelsea, bro.
Is that home?
No. But what I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
we're at home.
Yeah, you're gonna win that game.
what I'm saying is, regardless on whether it's going to be hard or not, I'm saying that if we lose the Chelsea game, I'm done looking at.
I don't see us losing to Chelsea.
Can I
Call
ask
me
you a
delusional,
simple
call
question
me
before you
whatever.
move on, Egal? Before you move on, if you lose to Chelsea, you think you struggle to get top 4?
No.
Why not? Why
I
not?
think we're Arsenal is still capable of getting 10 wins on a bounce. We're still a good enough team to do that. Even when Liverpool went into a top 4 race, what they had over the other teams is they had the level of consistency where they can go win 10 on the bounce and get them higher up the table than anybody else. And I still believe Arsenal has that capability. We just haven't seen it yet, because to start the season off, there's been so many different circumstances that I could name. You could call them excuses or not, but we have had a lot of red cards. We have had a lot of situations where we're quite causing ourselves our own problems, and I think those are things that you can fix on the fly, and they're not things that are going to linger throughout the whole season.
They're lingering, bro. They're lingering right now.
It's been 9 games. I don't think it's the end of the world that right now we're a little bit behind. We've started really slow. We can get a 10 to 15 game winning streak going. I know it's a lot to ask for, but that's all a team needs to turn around their fortune and win. We've seen it with teams like Chelsea in the past. We've seen it with Man City over the last couple of years when they're coming back from losing positions. And Liverpool, as good as they're playing right now, they are not a team that's unbreakable. We've seen them lose to Nottingham Forest. They're going to have hiccups. Man City already look like they have hiccups. I still believe this team can come back.
It's the hope.
And the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea have a good attack. Arsenal, I think we have a better all-around team. We just haven't been playing well.
100% you have a better team.
Last year, we had a similar situation. We started off the season poor. Come December, January.
Stop this. You weren't poor. You were boring and controlling and slow, but you're winning games.
No. We dropped Mo. Last year, we had 2 losses.
10 games in, you had 24 points. You have 18 points.
10 games in last year.
You had 24 points, Egal. You drew 2 games and won 7. I checked the table.
I'm talking about all competitions. 14 games in last season.
You had 10 games in. You drew 3 games and won 7. You were boring, controlling. I remember I had this argument with Terry, bro. Terry said last season, Mo, you're too harsh on Arsenal, but they're still winning games. I said, okay, fair enough. They're conserving energy. You're not conserving energy now with 18 points, bro.
No, we're not. We're playing terrible.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's what you keep telling yourself, bro. Stop this. This is not like last season. This is different. This is struggle. Last season was controlling, boring football. We are conserving energy. We're not conserving energy. This is losing points.
Last season, at this point, we had 21 points. Bro, it's not that much of a difference.
Okay. If you think it's the same as last season, you're controlling football like last season.
I'm just saying
it's up to you.
Bro. I'm not talking about performances. Performances are worse.
Way worse.
Performances are worse. But it's literally 4 points. 4 points is not that.
When Captain Fantastic comes back, we'll be fine.
You're joking, huh?
I'm not joking. Well, why am I going to joke? Odegaard's my guy.
Do you guys think Odegaard?
You're lucky he's not playing in Milan. You're lucky he's not going to be playing them.
Good for you, bro.
Though, to start the season, people said Arsenal are 1 injury away from having a crisis. You know what? To start the season, we weathered the storm.
You know why that is?
Why are you waffling, Egal? First 10 games of last season, I just checked the table. 7 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses. Why? I just checked it. It's right in transfer
I know. I'm
market.
talking
24
about the
points.
points. 21 points to 18.
24. I just checked it. Game week 10. Arsenal have 24 points. Tottenham has 26. Man City have 24. Just check the table now. Transfer market right now.
Oh, I must have done 9 weeks. My apologies.
So you didn't lose a game until this point last season. You just haven't lost a game. You drew the Fulham game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Remember
Fulham,
that 2-1 Fabio Vieira off the bench, and then Fulham, like you drew the game. You drew 3 games. You had 24 points. That's 6 points on the board in 10 games.
That's 6 points off.
Just lost.
Would you
That's a
Fulham,
lot of
Man
points,
City?
bro.
But
Fulham, Man
also,
City, and somebody else.
Mo. Also, who had 26 points at that point of the last season?
Spurs, bro. Spurs.
And what happened to them?
Yeah, but okay. Are you comparing Liverpool to Spurs?
No. Come on, Nigel. Come on,
Yeah,
Nigel.
Hey,
Come
hear me out. I want you not to get clipped. Are you comparing Liverpool to Spurs?
I'm saying they could fall off. They do have some similarities. Both
What?
teams had new managers. Both teams are playing really well right now.
Make yourself full screen. How are you joking, huh?
I'm done. I'm done. I said what I said.
What do you mean you're done? You're comparing Tottenham also. You know, I asked
Anyways,
this question the other day.
I'm just comparing the situation of a new manager playing well, 10 games in. You can't get found out, and then
Big
you can start
difference.
dropping points.
They
Next
have
season.
world-class players. They have Mohamed Salah. They have Van Dijk. They will not fall off, bro.
I
It's
hear
not
it. I
really
hear
like
it.
that, bro.
Yo, I know, Saad, you got your show coming up. So let's get into the final part. Inter Milan preview. Mo, talk to me. I heard somebody telling me today you should be scared of Inter going to San Siro. Arsenal, the way you're playing, you're gonna get smashed. You're
But
gonna
you
get
should.
smashed. Are you Are you? Should we be that scared right now?
Yeah, of course. But I don't think the game matters. I don't think people understand my angle here. I don't think the game matters for Arsenal at all. Why does this game matter to you? It doesn't. You remember? You know, I said the same about the
It's a tune-up, though. We can't have a bad performance because then it could give us low confidence.
Inter will. I'm telling you, Inter will win this game 2+ goal margins. 2+ goal margins in this game. Your defense is not great. Yes, you haven't considered the goal in the Champions League, but you only scored 3, right? We haven't considered the goal in the Champions League. Our defense has not been the tightest defense, but your offense is whack at the current moment. It's just whack. Without Odegaard, is absolute rubbish. Basically, you rely on some moments here and there from Havertz here. I think we'll literally have an easy game against Arsenal in terms of like, yeah, you're gonna huff and puff, but then we're gonna win the game. 2-0, 3-1, something similar to that if you score a goal from a set piece. Basically. I don't think the problem is your players. It helped us that we won our game in the league. Yes, it was the last minute thing and all the VAR thing. But at the end, the players, once the final whistle finished from the Inter game versus Venezia on Sunday, the players are started to prepare for Arsenal. Until this moment, I am telling you, your players are still worried about Newcastle and Chelsea next week. And that will play in the game. Your players will travel to the San Siro worried about the Chelsea game. And I don't think your players have the kahunas to be honest with you, in the Champions League. You don't have. Maybe Kai Havertz, the only guy, but the rest of them, they don't have the kahunas, bro, in the Champions League.
Are you guys gonna play?
We are a much stronger team than you this season. If we were coming to the Emirates, I would have said I would walk away with a draw. But because you're coming to our ground, I think we're gonna roll you. To be honest, it's gonna be. Do you know that Newcastle people say that they had an easy game against you, right? They scored the goal and then.
Yeah, but we
nothing.
were shit, though.
You huffed and puffed. You huffed and puffed. For example, I think Inter, if we score a goal like this, and I think we can score, you're gonna huff and puff. Just huff and puff around, and then do all your jumping up and down, whatever dark horse shit, and then it's not gonna work.
Are we gonna stop? Are we gonna stop Mo waffling, or what the fuck is going on here, bro? Anyway,
do you want me to bring the thing? And you want me to bring the thing or no, bro?
Mo,
I'm looking for the thing, bro. I'm looking for the thing.
والله
what's looking for?
قدامك يا حبيبي قدامك يلا يلا جبداء يلا
bro, he's very confident. He's very confident.
Listen, I understand that Mo. I understand Mo is very confident, and to be honest, he's at home, so he should be confident. But
that's it.
Listen, this is the thing. I'll be real. I don't think they're gonna smack us. But I do think that the likelihood of Inter getting a win is highly likely. If you offered me a draw right now, I'm taking it, and I'm out of there. But listen, we need the only way we can beat Inter is if we actually go back to how we were playing last season. Towards the latter end of the season, if we go back to how we were playing then, we can beat Inter.
You attack, you get
don't?
smoked.
No. I'm not talking about attack. But I'm talking about play a balanced game. Try and beat the press. It's just that simple, bro. It's not hard.
Don't press. We're not gonna
Yeah,
press.
yeah. Listen, do it and we'll win.
You know,
Do you know the reality, guys? I actually don't think Arteta has the tactical flexibility now or the tactical ability to actually battle Inzaghi in a 3-5-2 formation.
By the way,
away from home.
he battled Luis Enrique. I think we're just fine. So anyway,
Luis Enrique is whack, bro. Luis Enrique got fired from Roma, bro.
So Mo,
That's
you're
fine.
saying
That's fine. You
you're
can say
saying
that.
with the
He was also
formation
about-
you're playing,
Yes.
what the way we set up is gonna play to your
Yeah, 100. We play much better against teams that play 4 in the back. We struggle against 3 at the back when they like we play much better because
This
we
is
have
why-
our wing backs. We have our wing back because not a lot of teams play 2 striker formation in the Premier League. By the way, even Brentford don't play 2 striker formation. 2 striker formation means central strikers. Nobody does this in the Premier League. None.
Mo, this is where I rebuttal to you. I think we played Zinchenko this game, and we have
Oh
Ben
my
White, Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes. Zinchenko as like a left back who's helping out in the midfield, and then we're gonna go with the midfield.
Our
three.
game is not through the midfield. Wing backs. It is how
Yeah,
it works,
Like,
Igal.
if
It is
we
how it
play
works. It is how
Zinchenko,
it
we're
works.
dead. By the way,
It is how it works, Igal. This is how it works. And I want you guys to think about it. The reason why we play 2 striker formation, because no coach in the world would leave 2 defenders and 2 strikers the whole game. So one of the fullbacks has to tuck in, right, to cover, to be the third guy, to leave a guy free. This is where the wing backs come into play. Wing backs go up, they're free. Diagonal balls, they're free. That's what we do against 4 in the back. That's why when we play against teams that play 5 at the back or 3, we struggle because wing backs have no place to go because they're marked the whole game. You haven't played against teams that do this before. That's what, by the way, that's why Man City struggled. You remember DeMarco in the Champions League final, flying all the time, he's free. Even at their ground this season, when we played Man City, we had a lot of joy from the wing backs because they didn't know what to do, how to mark this.
So you're saying we're gonna get outclassed on midweek?
Tactically, unless he completely changes the way he plays. Maybe, I don't know, play 4 center backs and 3 DMs again, or 3 center mids, and have the 4 center backs not go up as much and rely so much on Saka and Havertz. I think the only way you beat us, if you actually sit back and invite us to come up, because our defense has not been strong. If Arsenal try to do like the full-on let's press from the front and stuff like this, bro, we bypass City's press like this, bro. When we at their ground, couple of passes, we bypass their press, bro. And if we bypass your press, your back is exposed, bro. And we have seen your defenders this season, in spaces, none of them has been good. This is why your manager opted to sit deep. This is why I said Saliba and Gabriel have not been tested in spaces this season. They haven't, not yet. Not like last season.
Well, he's acted well.
Bro, even the other teams, bro, when you opened up, your team get exposed at the back. That's why Arteta chose to sit deep. There is something broken in the system of the back line that is not as confident of themselves as last season. Saliba last season was fantastic. And I'm going to repeat this for people that played football. They know this. There are 2 types of defenders in the world, a proactive defender and a reactive defender. Saliba is the elk of Van Dijk. It's the way of like, I'm a proactive defender. I read the play before it happens. I'm not a reactive defender. This season, it hasn't happened. Your defenders are reactive defenders. They wait for the play to happen and then they stop it. Maybe that's why Arteta's choosing to sit deep. Be more cautious. Bro, I've seen Arsenal at 0-0 at Bournemouth have 11 players behind the ball.
I don't know about you guys.
By
The
the
way
way-
Mo's speaking, I'm kind of shook now. Because this game is not going to give us any
You know what?
confidence.
The thing
I
the
thought
thing
this
is,
game was going to give us confidence versus Chelsea.
You thought this game was going to give us confidence.
Yeah,
It
'cause
doesn't
Brother,
matter the way.
This
I don't think it matters.
Just
The
look
way
at,
we
look
play
at it
is
like this.
different at all.
Look at it like this. No, hold on. Look at it like this. This game is not going to give us confidence before Chelsea. This game is harder than Chelsea. Chelsea is easier than this. Chelsea is much easier than this. Going to the San Siro is going to be a problem.
This is
But
a much tougher game.
listen, all I need is a tactical masterclass from Super Mikel Arteta, yeah? Because I need to cook more. Because this
You
game
know
has
what?
been
Of
brewing.
course, you need to cook
since,
me.
like,
That's your
last
trophy
year.
this season.
100%. Yes.
You're gonna walk
Yes.
around London.
And guess
You wanna know
what?
something?
Guess what? And I'm gonna be like
You're
this.
gonna
I'm
walk
gonna be like
around
this while I'm
London.
cooking you. I'm gonna be like this while I'm
Mo,
You're
cooking you.
gonna walk
Wallahi,
around London
if
and
we draw,
have a shirt and
100%.
say our trophy this season will be Inter at the San Siro. Yeah, and you're gonna live for
We
that
beat
for
Inter,
20
bro.
years.
We beat Inter, bro. We beat Inter.
Mo,
Come on, man. I'm
you
here, bro.
got Souls quiet. Souls, what you saying?
It's not that Inter Milan scare me. It's more Arteta scares me right now. Is he actually going to do what's required to actually win this game, or is he going to be in his head again? Because
What's
he has
required?
got. What's required is to go back to what we did when we won the FA Cup. We need to kind of revert the system slightly to actually beat Inter Milan, and kind of every suggestion that you and Sard and like Igal that you've given, they're not going to work. When you're looking at the way that 3-5-2, or in a traditional sense, when you've got wing backs, you've got to be a lot more cautious. You've got to defend your wider areas, which is going to be a problem right now because we actually don't have our strongest fullbacks available to play. Now, Ben White might be back, or he might be injured as he's been in a precaution situation. Calafiori isn't there, as much as people rate him or don't rate him, but he's going to be someone that could have been crucial to stopping the way Inter Milan play. Now, when you watch Inter Milan versus Man City, not only in the Champions League final, but also when they played them in the group stages this season, Man City handle presses better than we do in most situations, and they couldn't do it. So this game doesn't fill me with confidence. It's one of those and also we don't travel well in the Champions League when it's a hostile stadium. Inter Milan is not going to be their fans are not going to be like, oh yeah, it's Arsenal. No, they're going to make this hostile. They're going to make it a stadium to fear. And that's what kind of scares me, that I'm not that confident going to this game. And I don't think we need to care to win this game. I mean, I'm not saying throw it away, but I don't think it should bother us if we don't. We just need to give ourselves a good account, come out with a draw. But this is the first time where I'm not actually confident going into a big game that we can actually do anything, because I just don't think Arteta's got the kahunas to do what's right. He's got the squad and he's got the players, but will he do what's required? Because I am starting to doubt whether he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to do what's required. I know I'm saying the same things, but I don't know.
You think he cares? You think he cares?
He cares too much, maybe.
No, I don't think he cares about this game, though. This is not the game that is going to decide the Arsenal. If you lose this game and win the next 4 games, you still qualify in the top.
Which I understand, but I don't feel like it's Arteta. I feel like as a club, we're too caring about what's happening next. Even though Arteta in his press conference is like, oh no, I'm only focusing on the next game. You see it, like, we'll look at what Man City are doing. We'll look at what Liverpool are doing. We'll look at all of these other things. So you're right in a sense of, I'm not going to say we're going to overlook, because Inter Milan are a massive team. You can't overlook them. Let's say if we were playing, who else is there that we could have played? Like a lesser opposition in the Champions League, I do think we'll overlook them. But Inter Milan, I do think they'll be a bit more focused, but I still don't think we'll have enough.
I don't
Can
I ask you something, Igal?
1 second.
Where in the media you're hearing about Inter game? Where? I haven't had one article about the Inter game. Zilch. 0 guys.
0, yeah.
No Sky Sports. Nobody's talking about the game. No one is talking about the preparation for the game. When the Inter when we were going to Man City, the game was like everyone is talking about Inter coming to the game. It's the Champions League final again. It's the repeat. In it, bro, no one from the Arsenal. Bro, I haven't seen people doing previews.
The reason is we're not respected in the Champions League. We're a small fish in a big pond.
Let's do this though. What's your score predictions? Because at this moment in time, my score prediction would be 1-1 Arsenal Inter. That's me being lucky defensively.
I mean, I'll never predict us to lose. I'm just going to say 2-1 just because I don't predict us to lose. But yeah.
Mo?
Yeah.
3-1.
Confident.
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah. I agree.
I'm going to go with...
We played you last year.
I'm going to go 1-1. Because I don't like to predict losses, man. But it's actually, to be honest,
we were much stronger than this season. I promise you that.
I'm gonna go 0-0. 0-0.
People are saying 1-1 is delusional.
No, 1-1 is. I'm gonna tell you something. 1-1 is a very realistic thing for the 2 teams. Very realistic. I'm gonna tell you something. 0-0 is not far from reality. Actually, 0-0.
Yeah, because we could just sit back and say, do you know what? Just get out of it.
Nil is it can be something, you know. But it
Mo,
will
you wanna
tell
know
me a
something?
lot about my players as well. It won't tell me a lot
Mo,
about Arsenal. It will tell me a lot about my players. Because we as the Inter fans, we criticize our players in big games. Games like this, big stages, the Lautaro Martinez. If he doesn't show up, bro, I hate this guy. I don't
are you
like him
gonna
as
do
a
a watch
football
along?
player. I'm gonna do a watch along,
This
yes.
is one game you have to do a watch along, yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, Saad's gonna be live on his channel. I'm gonna make sure I redirect to him right now. Mo, big up to Mo. You're gonna have a video up tomorrow, Mo?
Yes. I have George, Chaz, Sam, and Ashraf tomorrow, inshallah, 5
Big,
p.m.
big,
UK time.
big crew right there. And then of course, my main man, what do you call it? Gunner Souls in the building also. I really do appreciate you guys coming on so late at night. But yeah, go check out Saad Football Corner, going live right now. We're out of here, people. Catch you guys the next one. Love, love, love.
Peace.